Describe and kind of outline your interview and evaluation process. What steps are you taking them on, both from the skill sets, which we discussed last night, is a little bit more straightforward, but particularly those cultures. And you're all three in kind of a different cultural environment in terms of the organization and working with internal clients, external clients, multiple clients at a site. Jim, kind of outline that, and how do you evaluate so that you bring on the right people in the team?
Sure. Well, assuming that you can actually find qualified resumes to review.
Yes, we'll assume
which
that.
Is
there are plenty
the most
of
difficult piece. Our process, like Kelly and Joe have been saying, I mean, we want to interview a number of candidates to actually take a look at what our options are, because not every site is the same. The environment that I deal with, every single site is different. We got different customers. I mean, like I said, my primary customer is IBM, so we're sitting there trying to deal with not just IBM as a whole. Then you got the individual IBMers who happen to be sitting at a location, and there's different personalities you have to deal with, so you've got to take into account the entire team environment. Once we get through that process, we've actually selected a candidate that appears as though they're going to work. So we actually do a site walk, and as long as their eyes don't get as big as saucers when they're walking through and looking at the size of the generators, the UPS systems, or the amount of batteries that are there, now we realize maybe, when they are answering the questions, maybe they do have an understanding what that they're asking for. We like to do a lot of interactive interviewing. And by that I mean asking specific questions and I tell them right up front when we're interviewing, look, don't get insulted if I keep asking for more detail about the example that you just gave me, because while it's easy enough to just throw something on the table, I want to know specifically how you went about troubleshooting and tell me exactly what the problem was, because chances are we're going to be very familiar with something very similar, if not the exact same problem that you're talking about. And I want to know that you have a complete understanding of what that problem was and how you went about and maybe you participated on a team or maybe you did it yourself. But one way or another, I want to understand that you know what's going on.